Catholic parishes are in desperate need of modern social media marketing strategies so they can get more engagement from young people, they can get more vocations, and yes, they can get more donations. For example, my parish has 16,000 families and they struggle to get volunteers. So how should parishes use modern marketing tactics to reach people better? Well, in this video, I will answer that question. And exciting news, this is episode 1 in a video series called the Parish Growth Playbook. If you're a parish priest or you work at a Catholic parish, this video series will walk you through step by step how to market for a parish like it's 2025, because it is. It'll show you how to get insane engagement at parish events, plenty of volunteers, and 2 to 5x your donations for the parish. Well, why listen to me? I run a Catholic ministry that helps Catholic men get fit. I barely pay a dime in advertising, and we're on track to do over $1 million in just 20 months of starting the business. All right, let's break it down.
Okay, so now we're in the course. How exciting. What I want to do before we dive into the funnel is explain, what does this help with? Why are you here? So at a very high level, this course is going to teach you a marketing system for a Catholic parish, and one that is kind of on the cutting edge of technology. This is going to be using very modern Instagram, TikTok, even Facebook, and other apps to get at people that are on those platforms. The fact of the matter is most people are on social media. 1.5 billion people use Instagram, even more use TikTok, and people are spending an average of 3 to 4 hours a day on their phone. And whether we like it or not, social media is a tool for us to spread the word of God. What I want to do in this course is teach you how to use marketing systems on social media. And, I think in a kind of quippy way to say it, not a lot of people read the bulletin, not a lot of people are on flock notes, but everyone is on social media. And so that's what this course is going to go over. Before we dive into that though, I want to go over the context on what is the foundation of this course. So let's dive right in. So there's 3 parts to every business. Now, I know a church isn't a business, not off to a great start, but bear with me here. There's a lot of analogies. There's 3 parts to every business: acquisition, delivery, and operations. So acquisition is the marketing and the sales of the business, getting eyeballs to the thing and getting them to buy the thing. Delivery, which is the service people show up for. And then operations, which is the back end stuff like payroll and admin tasks. So every business has those. What I'm going over right in this course is an acquisition funnel. So specifically, it's a direct response marketing funnel. That's what it's called, and what that means is that it deals with giving and asking. Not all marketing deals with giving and asking. A lot of very famous, very long-standing brands like Ferrari, they're not exactly posting a lot of advertisements, or Rolls-Royce. Even Tesla, which is a newer company, doesn't. They do brand marketing, so they rely on the brand to sell rather than asking. Here we're doing a direct response marketing funnel, which is kind of the opposite of that. And one of the reasons is it's just how the service works. The particular parish isn't like a multi-billion-dollar brand that's been around for hundreds of years and impacted the whole world. It's a parish. And so because it's smaller, we tend to rely on direct response marketing. And that's what you do right now. The way that you ask for things from the parishioners is done, through asking, right? You put the envelopes in the pews, bring the collection basket around. That's an ask. All right, so what I'm going to show you is how to do a direct response marketing funnel through social media, which means you're going to need to master the give and the ask. It's okay to ask. In fact, hey, you guys do it every Sunday, right? Sometimes twice. Sometimes I get 2 collection baskets brought around. I get the envelopes in the pews, churches ask, and that's okay. They should ask. But the secret to a direct response marketing funnel is that you give about 3 to 4 times as much as you ask. And if you do that, nothing ever feels pushy, nothing ever feels salesy, or any feeling like that. There's a great book on this called Jab, 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 Right Hook. It's a book about the psychology of asking, with the idea being you can give 3 jabs, you can give value 3 times before you ask with a right hook. And if you look at any social media platform, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, pretty much every 3rd or 4th post is an advertisement. You'll see 3 posts from friends or family, and then you'll see an advertisement. And you never feel that pushy. You never guffaw and go I can't believe all these advertisements. 3 to 4 is right about the golden area. That's the sweet spot. So that just means Not saying you need to ask this much, but as long as you give 3 to 4 times as much as you ask, you can ask as much as you want. All right, so that's just a concept to keep in mind. I do also want to note, I'm not really wanting you guys to ask more. The course is really going to show you how to get better responses for your asks, more engagement for them. So just wanted to make that caveat. But yeah, so let's go over kind of the process to give and to ask for a Catholic parish. So this funnel that I'm teaching has 3 parts. It has a top of funnel, which is when you get the eyeballs for whatever we're doing. We're reaching people. The middle of funnel, which is where we're warming people up. They're getting to know us, they're getting to like us, they're getting to trust us. And then the bottom is for converting. Now, I don't mean converting in a religious sense, although maybe that would be nice. But generally, converting from a marketing standpoint just means you're getting the person to do what you want them to do. Now, this doesn't apply to just like donations. I think that's an easy example to look at here is the financial side, but you could convert for any type of event that you want. Maybe you simply want more volunteers for the parish events. Okay, well, the funnel works for that. Maybe you want more people to attend Mass because even though you have 13,000 families, Masses seem pretty sparse. Okay, well, the funnel converts for that too. It's really whatever you want. So if you're watching this and you're a parish priest or you work in a parish office, ask yourself, like, if someone, you got one thing that you want to fix for the parish, it's like a good way to ask this is if you and your team left and a new team was brought in to run the parish, what's the one thing that they would focus on? That kind of forces you to say, what's the big issue at our parish? So whatever that is, let's use the funnel to get more of the thing that fixes that problem. Cool? All right, so let's go over the funnel at like a high level, and you'll see I have it broken down here. So first we get eyeballs on our stuff, okay? Let's say we're trying to get more volunteers. All right, well, what we're gonna do is get everyone and their uncle from our parish to follow the parish on social media. We get eyeballs on our stuff. Then we give them lots of free stuff, okay? So we're gonna route everyone in the parish to an online community and give them a ton of free stuff, ton of resources and courses, live calls with people in the parish, posts so they help them with confession and prayer, all kinds of stuff. Then the goodwill meter is going to go up. People are going to like us a lot. They're going to say, wow, this parish gives me a ton of stuff. Very grateful. Okay. Then you're going to ask for something, right? You want more volunteers for the parish event. Let's say there's like a cookout. You ask for volunteers. Goodwill meter goes down, right? When you ask for something, the goodwill meter goes down. It's like a fundamental law of marketing. That's okay though, because you gave value first, so your goodwill meter went up. Now the reason I'm teaching this funnel is the way I teach it is it allows you to give so much value to people, so that when you do ask, lots of responses come. Okay, you not even necessarily have to ask more, although you could. You just when you do ask, you get lots of engagement from it. Okay, I heard of a parish in California. They had 16,000 families, and they couldn't get volunteers. And the volunteers they said they were getting were from like the older people. 16,000 families, no volunteers, unacceptable. This is how you get them on social media. All right, surprise, surprise. I'm teaching an Instagram funnel mainly. Why Instagram, you might ask? Well, there's 3 big reasons. It's a platform to post free content, which is very handy. We don't have to pay for things. 2, you can manage leads inside of the platform. Now, what do I mean by a lead? Somebody you can contact. You can message your followers. If you make a poll on your story and you're asking for volunteers for your cookout and 20 people vote on the poll saying, I'd love to help, you can just DM those people, send them a type form application to qualify them, get their phone number, whatever. It's a very easy way to take the next step. And then number 3 is it allows you to build an online personal brand. It kind of says a lot if the parish gets, 40,000 followers, or if it's consistently posting content with a priest at the parish. And the priest is dual posting with the parish, and the priest starts to get a big following. It builds a certain level of authority that makes people follow you and listen to you more, which is really powerful. Whether or not it's valid, the more followers you get, the more of an authority you become. That's why Daily Wire brings, which is I think Jeremy Boring is Protestant and Ben Shapiro is Jewish. They bring on they bring on Bishop Barron all the time for his philosophical insights. Why? Bishop Barron is getting 15 million to 20 million impressions every month. He has about 5 to 10 million followers across all platforms. He has a massive influence. So, yeah, it builds your authority. All right. So, this is a marketing funnel, primarily using direct response marketing and Instagram and then an app called School. Where does this fit into the whole grand scheme of things of like a business or a nonprofit? Well, there's 8 ways to market, as far as I'm aware. From the books I've read, this is it. So there's 4 ways for you to tell people about what you do and who you are. And then there's 4 ways to get others to tell people about what you do and who you are. So let's start with these 4. You could reach out to friends. You could call your friend and say, hey, I'm a priest. Do you want to come to my church? Right? You could post content. You could cold call or cold email people. You can run paid advertisements. Now, if you have people, you could get referrals. So a parishioner tells their friend. Affiliates, partner with Hallow. Hallow maybe does something. You could have employees. So like you have a marketing director who's doing stuff for you. Or you have an agency, like a marketing agency who runs ads for you. Pretty much it. That's all you got. Now, what we're doing is this one, which is called Warm One-to-Many. So what that means is we'll be posting content to people who follow you, so they already know you, and you're posting to many people. But yeah, that's where it fits in. If you were to run the best, most amazing nonprofit ever, you'd be running all 8 of these on full steam. So, yep, that's how it works. That is kind of the high level of what we're going to dive into with this course. Hope that didn't overwhelm you, but I wanted to give you a lot of context and the foundation for the course. So I'm excited to dive right into it, and I will see you in the next video.